fly by the seat of our pants, but this is really flying by the seat of our pants.
We don't have a place to stay when we arrive in Massachusetts. We don't have a place to stay tonight in New York. It's a no good, rotten, dirty day.
We're the Farnsworths. We've been traveling full-time in our 37-foot travel trailer for the last 4 years. This year, we traded our travel trailer in for a toy hauler. Contract 14 is here. In this episode, we're headed to New England, friends, but first, let's take a look at the last few months in the Great Lakes region. One of the great things about travel nursing is that we get to take a few weeks off, sometimes months off between contracts, which means that we get to explore more. We left Phoenix on June 2nd without a job lined up and without a timeline or plan other than that we wanted to see all 5 of the Great Lakes if we could. After a quick family visit in Kansas City, we headed to our first stop, Chicago, where we got our first glimpse of Lake Michigan. Next up, Michigan City and the Indiana sand dunes, followed by a quick stop in Elkhart to beef up our trailer with more ride. We headed north through Grand Rapids up to Ludington, where we boondocked in the Huron-Manistee National Forest and visited Nordhaus Dunes. It was gorgeous. We then continued up western Michigan to Sleeping Bear Dunes in Traverse City. It was here that we got the call for our next assignment, which meant that we wouldn't be able to make it up to Lake Superior or Lake Huron as we needed to turn back and make our way towards Massachusetts. While in central Michigan, we met up with our friends before making our way to Cleveland, Ohio, to mark off our map, and see Lake Erie. Next up was Niagara Falls and Lake Ontario, which, as we mentioned in last week's video, was a perfect end cap to our Great Lakes tour. It was quite a summer, 2 whole months off, and 3 out of 5 Great Lakes visited. Not bad. Now it's time to head on to New England and settle in for Contract 14, which brings us to today's adventures on the road. Or should I say, misadventures. Let's go.
Off very literally into the unknown. We're gonna go visit the Harriet Tubman Historical Site today and the Women's Suffrage Site near Seneca Falls, and we don't have a plan on where we're staying. We don't know where we're boondocking. We don't know how far we're gonna go into New York. We're crossing New York, but we don't know how far we're gonna get today. We have 0 cell service, so we can't even look things up. We fly by the seat of our pants, but this is really flying by the seat of our pants. This is extremely adventurous. John is walking to me and he's like, okay, which way should we go? Right or left? That's how much we don't have a plan. We just have to get somewhere that has self-service. We can't even pull up maps. So we're just blindly driving around until we have cell service so we can come up with a plan for today. We're on the parkway and we're at like a national park, Ontario Parkway or something like that. It's beautiful. And then we see this sign that's like commercial vehicles, exit low bridge ahead. Yeah, 11.3. We would not fit. We are 13.3. That's 2 feet shorter than what we need. Now, I think that was on the edges, not in the middle, but who knows what the middle was. So we had to exit at the very last minute, and we don't have service. So we're just guessing on where to go.
We knew that the Women's Rights National Historic Site was located in Seneca Falls, so when John had a blip of service, he mapped us there. We were able to make a quick stop at the Women's Rights National Historic Park. It tells the story of the very first women's rights convention held in Seneca Falls, New York on July 19th and 20th of 1848. The Declaration of Sentiments was presented here, which was modeled after the Declaration of Independence and changed to say, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal. The museum is dedicated to the brave women who paved the way for the rights we have today." It may have been over Chloe's head, but for me, it was very touching and humbling.
The drive through the backcountry has been so beautiful. The rolling hills, the trees, the red barns. I love it. It's so pretty. The only downside is that we have not found a place to stay the night. So we're starting to get a little bit nervous. We don't have a place to stay when we arrive in Massachusetts. We don't have a place to stay tonight. In New York, this place was found on freecampsites.net, but when we got here, there was a no overnight parking sign. It's very clearly marked that you cannot stay here for longer than 3 hours, which is a bummer because look at this. We're just trying to figure out what to do. East side of the country is just really difficult to fly by the seat of our pants like we're used to. It's maybe requires a little bit more planning. I don't know.
So many different things from like the roads. I feel like the roads are narrower than they are on the west side. They
also,
have
there's
a lot
tons
of this.
Tolls, all the tolls.
Well, yeah, like all the interstates around here are all toll roads. Compared with the price of gas right now, and they're just killing me. There's no boondocking available here anywhere.
Or like truck stops. There's no rest
because
areas.
We're off the
I know,
main
because we went off the
interstate.
beaten path. There's not any places for us to pull over and spend the night. So we're gonna keep going. It looks like it's gonna rain tonight. It's 7:30 and none of us have eaten dinner. This is the downside to not planning. Huzzah! We found a spot. Found a spot, but no cell service. Well, check this out. This is an equestrian campsite, but there are no horses here right now. I don't feel like I'm taking their spot. Nice big area, open area. How's it looking up there?
Well, the roof looks good. I can definitely tell that some branches hit the front part, the upper front part of the AC here, or at least the cover of it. But I don't see anything that's torn or anything like that. The cap looks okay.
Good.
Yeah, I think
Good.
we're all right.
We still had no cell service and no idea where we were even driving besides in the direction of Worcester.
Bright, beautiful day. We're headed towards Worcester with no reservations. So, thank you, God, for getting us this side. Let's just pray there's something available in Massachusetts somewhere.
I mean, tonight, if you have anything.
We are about 2 hours into calling every campground within an hour commute drive to Worcester, Massachusetts. Nope, too big. Too big. Already booked full. Only have 30 amps.
In the end, only one campground came through, and only for 5 days. We would have to make that work and continue looking for a place that could accommodate us through the end of October.
Stopped at a rest area. I remember seeing some poop in the grass and thinking like, try not to step on it. And then we were like taking off and getting out and I was not paying attention. And about 10 miles down the road, I said, hey, are there cows around here? Why does it smell like cow manure? And John's like, it doesn't smell like cow manure. And then I look down and my foot, my sandal is covered in someone else's dog poop. Not that my dog poops would be any better, but like dog poop. It's smeared all over my pedals and my floorboard and my Jeep stinks. This is a no good, rotten, dirty day.
The last stretch to Massachusetts was a bit stressful, but we made it. We're here in New England for the fall.
Welcome to Massachusetts. Blake goes, are we going back to Arizona now? I said, no, we're here for our contract. Oh, okay. Our kids are clearly just along for the ride, and that's okay.
Join us next week as we get our bearings and start exploring in northern Massachusetts. Thanks for coming with us. We'll see you out there.